Welcome back, everybody. I'm Lars, and this is KSP Ironman, episode 15. Holy. Okay, so we have a huge payload going up, and this is today's project. Well, part of it. I guess we will have at least 3 launches to get everything set up today. And let's see, we should probably start with a roll pretty early here. Well, we might as well wait until we actually get close to the point where we need to drop these tanks off. Well, this is good, I guess. Whatever works. So yeah, there's something really cool inside here, and then there's going to be something really cool inside the next one as well. And they are going to dock up in orbit, so I guess I might as well just jump ahead a bit, do these 2 launches, and then we'll meet back up when we actually are ready to get these 2 guys spliced together. Well, we are going to see if this even works, because I haven't tried this launch stage. I haven't simulated this at all. This is built straight out of basically experience. It should work. And it's kind of a cool design as well. There's something about the orange tank on the side, and yeah, it's kind of cool. We are hitting max Q. We are going a bit too fast, I think. But it seems very stable, this thing. It's pretty short and sleek, which means that it's you don't get the problems with the wobbling and stuff you get from the longer rockets, because when the longer rockets usually get the problem that when you start well, if it starts turning just a slight little bit, then you get some pretty nasty wobbling effects because of the nose starting to flex and the middle flexes the other way, and then it starts wobbling, and it's not good. Okay, let's see. We should be able now to start doing this. Let's see. Flight status is still nominal. And yeah, this seems very capable. We are running at like half throttle, just barely over half throttle, and it seems to be working great. Head over a bit more, and then we should be able to just push ourselves up like this, like really crazy. Burn off some fuel. This stage is more or less empty, I think. Yeah, these guys are empty. That's good. And we can just do this. Holy, uh-oh. Okay, it worked, but that was sort of scary. Everything just fell off for some reason. Okay, whatever, really. It doesn't matter. We're going into a pretty high APWAPS here. I think I want to place this at 300 kilometers. Seems like a good place to put it. And by now you should have guessed what we're actually going to launch today. But just in case you didn't, I'm not going to tell you just yet. And by now you might have understood what we are actually doing out here. Yeah, we are setting up a space station. It's time. So we will just sort of get close-ish to this thing and hope for the best here. Oh, we are coming in a bit hot. Just slow down. Thank you. And we can do some warping just to get a bit closer. And I guess we might as well just do this. I didn't rename this, but you can actually rename these guys now. I am going to do that later, I guess. Oh, hello. Can I just get pure north here? And that should be the alignment we need over. Oh, no. This. Oh, yeah, of course, that's inverted. Fine. Okay, and we will go into chase cam, which means we are doing this away, and that is really funky. Do we have thrusters this way? Yeah, we do. So we want to go just stop a bit like this, like almost stop, then turn around and go up. Yeah, I should probably have put these guys all the way around. I forgot that we aren't using the B9 thing now. The B9 ones, they are actually like, they have 5 sides with thrusters, which means you can get away with just using 2 of these. So we want to make sure that we are getting... on target. Okay, yeah, so this seems to be good. We want to slow down a tiny bit just as we hit this thing, and then I'm never ever going to dock without 4 of these guys again, because that was... oh man, that was frustrating. And we have a lock, and it is... oh yeah, that is more or less perfect, right? Yeah, that's perfect. Cool. And we have our space lab. Not Skylab, the space lab. What? Jeb 3 Bill. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so we have some simple solar panels here. I want to add... okay, first let's see what we actually have here. We have this. This is, you can have like 1 guy living here. This is the material science lab, sort of like the orbital science stuff we played with in the last series. I have some conic fuselage fairings because I hid a lot of good stuff in here. Some RCS, fuel, some batteries, a probe, all that nice stuff, right? And we have this, which is the material exposure platforms. You can install stuff here and then deploy it, and you can see that you will then expose some material to the thing here, and that'll give you science somehow. We only have a small, the 500 kilometer antenna on this thing. We have 1 antenna on this helper thing, and we're not going to dock anything on the bottom thing just yet. The next thing we will dock is probably something over here where we go like out, just have communications module was the plan, with some sort of a long-range antenna to help the long-range missions, and I guess probably something just for the close-by stuff as well. Maybe 1 guy pointed at the moon, 1 guy pointed at Minmus, wherever Minmus has gone. Good. Yeah, over there. And of course, 1 of these really nice antennas here, the long one. And I guess it's just time to get 1 more module up there. So let's get the communication stuff up here, and we might want to fire up some more power as well. But I think I need to make a manned thing that will actually get up here. This thing is capable of returning on its own, but I want to keep it attached until we actually get something else connected to this thing. Maybe we'll just go and get a power bridge set up first with some people, so we can transfer some guys over here. And, well, we'll see what we do. I haven't decided yet, and I guess you'll discover in maybe a couple of minutes or so, or seconds for you. Before we can do anything else with the new space station, we have to get this guy home. So yeah, 44 days left, but it's going to take like 15 to build the first thing, and then we're going to build the other thing, and I'm going to warp, and I don't want to have to really be that worried about this guy. And this ship, it's a good design. It worked very well, and we are going to revisit this sort of design on a later mission, I'm sure. But for now, let's just get the guy home. Oh, he's in... oh, that's not an easy orbit to get home from. We'll try. I could do change the orbit and all that stuff, but I don't want to do that. Well, just do the burn. It doesn't matter. We'll adjust later on, I guess. Yeah, so this engine is it's not quick. Let's just say that it's not quick. It has a decent thrust to weight ratio in theory here, but now I don't remember if yeah, 35 kilonewtons. But look at this, it's beautiful. It's just, oh man, it's really cool. Okay, so we have our escape from Monkey Island. Well, Minmus. It could be a monkey island. I don't know if there's monkeys on Minmus. I don't think there's ever been a study of that. I think there should be. Okay, so we will have... Go away. We will have SOI in 2 hours. We'll just do the warp straight out there. We are basically just going to crash back down into the atmosphere. And if you look at this, you can see that there's still things going on back home. So we're not like spending any time here that we wouldn't have like used anyway. And as expected, the whole trip back was very, very comfortable for Jeb. And he should be ready to go for a space station mission pretty soon. We need to have him and one more pilot on it, just so we can start training another pilot. And we also want probably a scientist up there first, and then we'll take an engineer on the next mission. I have a faint hope of this thing being easier to dock than the other guy we tried. So, we want to use... Uh-oh. Hey, don't do that. Why don't we just not crash into that thing? Thank you. Yeah. That I think would be a bad thing. Okay, so I think we'll just dock to this thing over here. We could use these guys, but I think... well, no, let's just use this guy. We can move this around, I guess. If we need to later, we can move it around. Not that we ever do that, but, you know, in theory, we could do that. Stop for a second here while we inspect this visually, and I guess... Oh. Go here, please. Come on. Attach. Attach. There you go. Thank you. Now this probe over here, I don't think there's no reason to really keep that guy around. I'm just going to slightly do this and do one quick warp. And now we actually have power. We have the antenna as well, so we can deorbit both of these guys, really. I thought this thing would have been bigger. Huh. Yeah, but this module has a lot of power generation capability. It has generally just things, tons and tons of batteries and spare parts and everything. You can see here we have like the passive experiment carrier. We have 2 of those, I think. No, 1 of those, and some in here. A lot of strut endpoints. I think we packed in grand total 80 of them, just to be sure. We have this, which is the EVA X. We have 2 of them, which is basically an extra EVA module, which gives us long range and basically it makes it easier to be a guy in space. We have the antenna here, which is extended, right? Yeah. We have the light, just in case. Not that I really see us needing it, but it does look cool. And I also set it up so we can repeat this, guys. If I actually just send up 1 more of these guys, we can just add it to the back here. It should be just fine back there. And we have lights. We can do this. We might actually go for symmetry and add 1 more of these modules on the other side as well. We still have a lot of space to come in and do stuff here, and we have this docking port, though, is kind of messed up because of this, which annoys me a bit. Might almost be better to just move this down here, or we could add a hub down here and then move this down there instead, and add a technical hub maybe to the bottom. I think we'll do that. We'll just stick it here for now. We'll keep this thing connected. I'm going to shut down the engine, though, because I don't want any accidents. That would have been a bad one. And I think we'll just decouple this thing and do this. And Yeah, you can just do that. Do you even have any... you don't have any RCS fuel yourself, do you? Oh, it's no problem really. We'll just do this. This way. Go. Go. These engine cluster thingies, I really, really love them. They're so cool. Cool. And so you can just go home. Perhaps somewhere a bit below 0. Should make sure that you actually go back where you're supposed to go. And yeah, this thing is up and running. We are back here at the launch pad for the maiden voyage of the new crew transfer system. It's a fairly simple thing. Docking port up front, parachute, the stacked parachute system, or part which is very cool. Has a decent amount of delta V. It's enough to get up there, really. That's all. And we have Jebediah as the main pilot and commander of this mission. We have Bill, the engineer, and we have Kerbal, the trainee pilot, which will hopefully be able to do his own launches later on. But he is a level 0, so yeah, we really don't want him to start messing this up. Okay, let's start this up. Get above 1.1 thrust to weight ratio, and we are off. And this mission should be fairly straightforward, I'm sure. I didn't really time this, so did I? Just set as target. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They have, I think they have enough. Yeah, they have enough life support stuff to stay out there for 500 and so days. It's fine. This is the mainsail engine, of course, which means that it is going to overheat unless we keep throttling it down. This is a bug, as far as I understand, and because it doesn't happen on all tanks, and it's just weird. I've seen people place like a small girder thing and then just strutting it up, and it doesn't overheat. So there's something to it, I think. Okay, but yeah, this should be fairly straightforward. I can't really see how this mission shouldn't just go perfectly. First stage separation, and everything is still good. It's awesome. Oh, that's a bit of a side slip there. That's fine. We'll just keep heading out there. We are going to 320 kilometers, so we still have quite a ways to go. Next part of the staging now is getting rid of these fairings, and we still have a lot of oomph left in this stage. But let's just pass the barrier of the atmosphere here. We are not going to do an EVA report in atmosphere. That's stupid. Stop suggesting that. Okay, getting there. This thing, of course, doesn't have that much of a thrust to weight ratio, so we have to be a bit careful. Just manage the time to apoapse. Keep it at a couple of minutes at the least. And let's just keep firing straight up, more or less. Just going to throttle down the engine for a second, get rid of these guys, and then just throttle back up. So this is a big tank of monopropellant and monopropellant engines. It's there are some panels just to keep up with the power. There's life support, and there's a very thin, very high capacity battery over there as well. So this basically has everything it needs. It's nothing fancy, but it works. Well, I hope it will work. I haven't really tried it yet, but I'm fairly confident that this should be enough. This thing is surprisingly heavy. It's a small craft, but it feels heavier than anything else we've docked here. Even when docking these two modules, this feels heavier for some reason. Okay, off with the SAS, on with the SAS. Yeah, SAS is off here because I think... Yeah, it's set to Pro Normal, which means that it will always target the... this probe up here will always try to target straight north, which just makes everything easier to deal with here. But before we end this, Bell, you are the technician. You will have to go on EVA and finish up the work. Just we can say that we are done with this for today, and then we can go home and pat ourselves on the backs. Well, you have to stay here though, of course. But that's not my problem. Open the container. We will take a strut piece. Thank you. And move. Oh, crap. Attach that to here. Thank you. And we will just, because I don't want this to get to be one of those stations that kind of just wobble around all the time. If you have to move it for just a millimeter, just a small correction, and it starts wobbling, and everyone is scared and everything is bad. I don't like that. Stability, structure, it's all important, you know. Oh, sneak in between those guys. This is going to be probably a pretty tight fit. Oh. I wonder if I can actually take the EVA pack, the extra pack, and play with these guys. It's from the same mod, so I can't see why not. Okay, okay, could you... Wait, why are you just trying to go somewhere? Hey, don't I have, like, the chase camera for you? Holy crap, I do. No, that's not the one I... Okay, whatever. You are going here anyway. That's fine. Stop here. Attach it to this thing, and then we will link you to you over here. Yeah, that's one side, and of course then there's the other side, and that should make everything here much more stable. And we can just unlink these guys if we want to move this around. We can just simply unlink it and then move this and put it somewhere else, and we can reuse the points. They're good for multiple uses. You can basically rearrange them. I've actually had a ship where I just had, I think, 16 of those in a ring around the thing, just so I could move them around and attach stuff without having one of these boxes anywhere, because I didn't really have any space for it. That's kind of dirty, but it worked. Okay, guys, I'm just going to finish up the work here, and I think I'm just going to take the habitation module and add that as well, because you can see here, 38 days until the microprobe actually arrives at Moho, and then 68 days until our next mission to Eve. And I'm thinking we have to make something that is manned. We'll go for something simpler to Eve, and then Duna in a year we are going for a landing. That's there's no doubt about that. We have to go where we haven't gone before. Bold or not, they could be scared shitless, I don't care, but they are going. Okay, guys, I'm just going to end it here because this is not making sense anymore. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.